Good morning. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. Welcome to the Picker Daily Hustle. This is episode 218. Good morning, Nikki.
Morning.
Hope everybody's having a good day. Good morning.
I can't believe it's 8 o'clock. It's still like almost dark out at my house.
Really?
Not very bright out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, well, it doesn't look, it looks like the sun hasn't quite got up yet over here. Doesn't look bad, but. Morning,
Well,
Hank.
it looks like it's about probably 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Well, we're getting near winter solstice.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's next week.
Yeah.
So I can't believe that we haven't gotten any snow.
We got snow yesterday.
That is just crazy.
We got a couple inches yesterday at least.
Really? Crazy.
Yeah,
Craziness.
Gary had a plow last night.
I don't know. It's just really hard to wrap my head around it that there's no, there is no snow on the ground.
Yeah, it's weird when
Crazy.
Christmas gets here and there's no snow. We've had that a couple of times.
That's just not. But I ain't complaining by no means, but I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Oh, I got my shipping done. Yeah, I was a little bit late getting the link out because I was trying to get my shipping taken care of. So, got that done. Just got to take it out to the mailbox. So, let's see here. And it's supposed to be warmer today. I think it's supposed to be in the 50s today. It's already 42 here. So, it should be a fairly warm day. Good morning, CC Comby. Glad that you made it in. Yeah, we do a morning show from 8 to 10, and we don't really have any topics or anything. We just kind of go with the flow, and so if you have any questions or comments or anything, don't be afraid to put them in the chat.
Yeah.
We'd be glad to have you.
And it doesn't even have to be about reselling. We don't care.
No, we don't care.
Well, a lot of these shows that have started have ran out of topics and they don't have shows anymore.
Yep.
Well, we don't run out of topics because we never have any.
So true. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. I got that cold in my back still. God, it hurts.
Yeah, I've got some definite. I had that plantar fasciitis.
What is that?
And it's like where your tendons in your feet, like you have a constant cramp in your foot.
Ouch.
And it really it targets like the heel and the ankle. And I definitely have that. I've had it before and it goes away, and then so I have it occasionally. But this time it's really It's really rough. But I'm sure that it's a lot of the reason is just the shoes that I wear.
Oh.
I don't have enough of an arch. So when I'm home, like I'll wear like those fuzzy slippers. I'll wear those, and those aren't. You're not supposed to wear those.
Yeah.
So I probably just need to start wearing my tennies again and go with that.
What if you bought some like hard sole slippers?
Yeah, something, because I mean it just doesn't work very well. I think your foot isn't up, like your arch is not high enough,
Yeah.
and so it's almost like you're walking flat foot. I don't know. So let's see. Yeah, it's horrible. When you first wake up, that's like the worst, because they say what happens is when you relax, your tendons relax and they kind of go back um, to where they're supposed to be. But the minute that you step down and start walking, it's like for some reason those tendons stretch, and that's what causes your pain.
Oh.
It's because somehow or another something to do with the tendon. So, but I know there's an exercise for it, and I usually do that when I have when I have it. So, and it usually makes it feel better. So I'll just try to do that. Oh,
I finally watched the mid-season finale of The Walking Dead last night or this
I didn't
morning.
know that you hadn't watched it yet.
No.
I'm sorry
No,
if
because
I put anything
my,
out there. Like,
why didn't I watch it that night? Oh, I was busy at my dad's. We were decorating his Christmas tree. And
right,
I thought, well, I'll just watch it when I get home, because they got the second viewing of it. Well, then I didn't make it for that, and I was like, well, I'll watch it the next morning. Well, then I don't know what happened. It ended up leaving my mind. I don't know. I've just been so dang busy, which is weird
wow,
because Walking Dead never leaves my mind while it's going.
right, right. So, what'd you think?
Wow.
Yeah. Did
Didn't
you
expect
um
the ending.
did you get it? Did you I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but did you get it
Did I get
when you
the end?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I
did you
got it.
understand it?
Yeah, I understood.
The- so I know that it's kind of hard not to understand, that you know, you understand usually, but um like when I seen it the first time, it didn't click. Well, it
Really?
clicked, but I didn't know when it happened. That's what I'm
Hmm.
trying to say. So I was trying to piece together when it actually happened. So then when I watched The Talking Dead, it kind of
Yeah.
revealed a little bit of information, and then I went back and watched earlier episodes, and yeah,
I think
it
this
made
is this will be almost the end of The Walking Dead though, because a lot
now.
of people,
Have you ever
a lot
heard?
of you.
Now, see, I've heard that this was the last season. That season 8 was the last season.
Oh no, I've heard that they've signed on for more seasons.
Oh, have they? Okay. I was under the impression that this was the last season. That this was it, and
Well, if it is,
that's why they were doing the Fear the Walking Dead, the Red Machete, um, all of that. So that's what I had heard.
huh?
I could be wrong. It's happened once or twice in my
I
life.
thought there
So,
was like 2 more seasons or something that they signed on for. Let me look.
okay. Well, I mean, that's great. That's great if they did. I mean, I love to watch it. You know, I was watching it last night, the reruns. So, and it sounds crazy, but you know, I could put that whole all the seasons. I can put all of those on and just watch them,
I can too.
and I'm okay with that. Even though I've watched them before, you know, I'm all right with that.
Considering its full season run usually spans 16 of another 100 to bring the on. Oh, that ain't. Never mind. Sorry.
But it was a good show last night. Turned out really good.
Thanks.
Of course, you know, I know Todd is always very entertaining, so I knew it would be a good show. Especially with you and Todd together, I knew it would be a really good show. So it worked out good.
Gotta wait for February 25th.
Yes. So I'm wondering, I mean, does the Fear of the Walking Dead, does that start up now?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
never watched it like I do The Walking Dead.
Right. Right. But you know, it's actually getting better.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I
'Cause
watch it. I'm just saying
I
I'm
couldn't get
not
into it.
like I was like 2 seasons behind or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
No, it's only got 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like way behind, and then I went and watched all the back episodes or whatever. And
Right.
um,
Yeah, so I'm trying to keep up with that now, which I'm not the best person as far as like keeping up with um like episodes of series. I tend to get behind really quick.
yeah.
I don't know what that's. I don't know. Um, where's Sally at? Sally, come on in.
Wow, The Walking Dead ratings mid-season finale was the lowest since season 2.
Really?
Well, that's because they've been drawing it along. I mean, dragging it along. It was, you know,
Yeah, I know that there's a lot of people um that were fans and kind of pulled away from The Walking Dead. You know, it just wasn't. And I agree to a certain extent where uh it's just not the same. It's not um it's just not the same, and there's not as much what do you call it? Drama or um I like that surprise factor. I like that wow factor, and there just wasn't
yeah.
as much of that. So,
Uh-uh.
and maybe it was just a season where they had to build it up, you know,
Yeah.
um, because there has been seasons where that has happened. So, but I hope for the best. I hope it goes, you know, goes good.
Well, it says season 9 will start in the latter half of 2018. So
Oh well,
yeah, it
that's
looks
good.
like it's going to be a season 9.
Good. That's good.
Well, they're like in the comic books, he's like three seasons ahead in the comic books. So
Uh huh.
So if they go by the comic books, there's 3 more seasons at least.
Okay. I don't remember where I got that, but I heard that from somebody. I heard it. Apparently, they were wrong.
Well, they're talking about season 9, so hopefully. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of downturn in the viewers after what happened on the season finale or the mid-season finale.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll see.
Have you been getting any sales?
I got one yesterday for $150.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
$150.
Yeah.
Very good. That you said that was a massager?
Yeah. I bought from that estate sale of Gary's boss.
Right. Cool.
I think I only paid. I think I want to say I didn't look it up, but I think I only paid $25 for it.
Nice.
So yeah, it was great.
It's a good routine. Good return.
Yeah.
I sold those. What were they called? Doc Martens. I sold those last night. Sold like 4 things. So I'm not really a I I have more mugs listed than I sell them. Does that make sense? Like I have a lot of mugs that are listed, but I rarely sell them. That's what I meant to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
And
Mugs can be a long sale
but
item.
this week I've already sold 2.
Oh.
So my and for me, you taught me something like about, the handle, the 3 finger, the 4 finger, the bigger the handle,
Yeah.
the better usually. Um and stuff, and that's something that you taught me. And so, I definitely look for that in a mug. That's usually the first thing I'll measure it is how many fingers I can get into the handle,
Yeah.
So,
I'm not very good with measuring. Like if somebody says something's 8 inches, I can't picture it unless I take out my measuring tape.
right.
So for somebody to tell me, well, it's this big of a handle, that makes no sense to me. So that's why I started putting in like 3 finger mugs or
Yeah.
2 fingers.
Yeah.
Then because like that's a big thing in my family. My dad was huge on that because
Mhm.
he's always been a big guy with big hands. He always liked a mug with a big handle. That was always a big thing to him. Oh, that's got a nice big handle.
Right.
Well, I've always remembered that, and that was a big deal to him, and it's kind of a big deal to a lot of people.
Mhm.
You like something to hold on to. So that's why I made a big deal about it. Yeah, I like selling coffee. I love coffee mugs myself. I'm not a huge coffee drinker,
Mhm.
but I love buying coffee mugs. I think they're fun. Um, like when I was a kid, I used to love buying pins. The funnier the better. And that's the way I
Right.
am with coffee mugs.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind that
I mean, they
at
don't
all.
sell very fast. You gotta sit on them for a while. Honestly, I
Yeah.
don't think I even have one mug in my new store.
Really?
In the store. Yeah, which is weird because I've got
Huh.
probably 50 or 60 mugs out in the garage.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I've
It's
got
okay.
I don't know, I probably have I'm sure there's mugs that have fallen off, and I really I really, really need to go through and just revamp my whole, what sold. Because basically, what I have in my, so I have my old inventory, listed inventory room. And then, but in that room, so I have my listed inventory in one room and then my unlisted in another room. But the unlisted stuff, there's like 2 shelves that are listed. That's listed inventory. And they're just on, they're just loose and they're just on shelves. So trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it. But I'm considering maybe putting some of the hard goods or maybe even all of the hard goods, putting those in the garage.
Yeah.
And then that way it'll give me a little more room in my current room to move around because it's there's so many tubs that it's hard to move around. Things are getting fuller and fuller,
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with that.
I'm starting to get a cold, which really sucks because I got that hayride this weekend and next weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna be out in the freaking cold weather.
Yeah, you better get you some stuff for some hot toddies and some cough drops and some NyQuil, all that good stuff.
I'm gonna get
Brandy.
pneumonia before this thing is over.
Yeah, get your nebulizer ready.
Yeah.
Hopefully everything will go okay, but
What's wrong?
oh, Nikki's got a little cold coming on.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Are you doing okay?
Alright.
Did you go to sleep?
For 2 hours.
Okay. Well, you got one more?
Yep.
One more night.
And then how many off?
2.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, Hank, I just really need to get a little more organized and get get some of that stuff out of there. That's what I really need to do. I mean, I think it would be a lot better, but it's just doing it. Especially when I have a hard time, like, if I need to list, but I've got these other things, over to the side. Well, I need to list. That's my priority, but those other things don't end up, normally those other things I don't get done because I'm, thinking about listing or trying to list. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So,
Yeah, organization is a constant battle in this business, that's for sure.
and I know there's things out there that have fallen off, and in my store, I know that there's things that were listed and no longer listed, and so I really need to go through and make sure that find those items and get them put up again. Yeah, it's a constant process. Definitely worth doing though. Can't deal with the other stuff, then it piles up. So I've been chunking things into small blocks of time. I really think that's the main thing is you just gotta, break it up.
Oh my God, that's funny.
I hate it when you walk into the totes and the gerbil trail in the house and they crack, and the next time you hit them, they cut your leg. Exactly. Oh my God,
Who's
that
Mr.
is.
Jiggle?
Huh?
Could it be a Dex?
What's a Dex? I don't know. Could it? It's very possible. Very possible. I'm gonna
I
get
think
some
Mr.
coffee.
Jiggle should be his new YouTube name. I think he found his new name.
I think you're right. I think that fits him perfectly.
Hank says back. Mr. Jiggle's back from the dead and on the loose.
Jeez.
By the good
Tie,
folks. Not Dex, or
tie up
maybe
all your hens. Mr. Jiggles is back.
Thrifty Picker said, I totally revamped my inventory over the summer and cut my store inventory in half. I narrowed it down to 4 top selling categories and ended all the rest and donated it to the church.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. That's like, douching your store completely. I don't know if I could do.
See what
I
I
don't know
did.
if I could do that. I know. I just don't know that I could do that.
I have to feed
Because,
horses.
the way that I think about it is, I put in that time to, even though the item hasn't sold yet, doesn't mean that
Yeah.
it won't.
Yeah.
It just means that that person hasn't come along to buy it.
Yeah.
And I put in the time and the effort to list it, so I don't want to just, get rid of it and just delete it. I don't know. Buying all matching totes has helped me immensely. Really maximizes the space.
Yeah, Mr.
Absolutely.
Jiggles, watch out for the dogs.
Absolutely. Yeah, be careful out there. That's actually about what I've got. Well, I've got 1560 something items. And so that's probably something I do need to do.
I had over
Just
2,000 items when I douched my stores.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
3-4 years of work down the tubes in 1 minute.
that's crazy. But you do whatever you got to do to make it better for you. Sometimes you just have to do that and start over, and I'm sure that it releases a lot of stress just being able to do that.
It did, but then you just constantly think, oh man, I had over 2,000. You stop and think about all the freaking work, that you put
Well,
into it,
like
and
you
all the
said,
hours of work.
it took you over three years to get
Yeah,
that, get 2,000 items in your store. So, well, that's true. If it hadn't sold in 3 years, it was time to refresh and restock with new inventory. I do agree with that.
That's a good way to be. Yep. I didn't have anything in my store that long though. Usually things didn't stay in my store longer than a year.
Right. Right. And there's definitely been things that I've seen recently that have sold, and they've been there since I started. you know,
Yeah.
since I started, I don't even remember when I started. I know full time I'm going on 2 years. And I was part time for probably, I don't know, a year and a half, I think. So, but probably the responsible thing to do is to go through and, see what's selling and see what's not.
Yeah. Well, you constantly have to look and see how prices are too, because I mean, we've seen it where prices have changed on things. Like last night when Todd was showing that Corbin lock set,
Right.
um, I've sold those for 40, $50 before. You know, um,
And now
that's
they're
probably
going
only
for $20,
about 20.
$30.
Yeah. So prices change. And I used
Right.
to I used to sell those. Well, it was between $40 and $60. And I would list them and I wouldn't even have them a week.
Wow.
And they'd sell that fast. Yeah.
Huh.
Those
Yeah.
and big barn door hinges. Oh my God, I used to get good money for those.
Really?
And oh man, yeah. And then they'd sell really fast too.
Huh. Yeah, the Thrifty Picker says it has worked out great, and now I'm more focused on what I need to buy when I'm outsourcing. Exactly. So that might yeah. I mean, I do that now. I'm more in tune to what I know is going to sell rather than,
Yeah.
just going by my phone and really just kind of taking a risk. So,
It was hilarious. We were at this steam show and they have this huge, huge, huge flea market. There's probably at least a couple hundred vendors.
uh-huh.
Anyways, I was buying hinges from like all day long, it seemed like. And this one woman, I had chewed her down on a few hinges, and I ended up buying like 5 hinges from her. And she's like, "What do you do with all these hinges?" I said, "Oh, I collect them." She goes, "Oh, wow, that must be quite the collection." I said, "Yeah, I like to hang them on the wall." She must have thought I was a freaking nut. Yeah, I like to hang them on the wall. I have a whole wall dedicated to my hinges.
That's hilarious.
She kind of looked at me like, okay, and she's like, well, everybody collects something different, I guess. She's trying to be polite, but try not to call me a whack job. Because I had already had like 3 bags of hinges already. I'd been buying. I mean, it was like crazy how many hinges I bought that day. And I sold every one of them, none less than $20. I had sold every one of them within a couple weeks.
Wow.
Yeah,
And they
I probably had
they don't go for as much now.
no. I don't think so.
Great Lakes States sold a vintage Christmas album yesterday for $60.
Oh,
Uh, Carolers Santa Claus is coming to town. Children's Christmas. 12 inches high vinyl. Huh.
Mm.
So Christmas album, is that like
A
what is
record.
that? A record. Okay, 12-inch vinyl. Okay. I was
12
like
inch vinyl, not.
12 inches.
You
Like,
said 12-inch high, so I guess that's what you're thinking.
pew. I don't know. Went over my head. Thank you, Thrifty Picker, for hitting the thumbs up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I hit the thumbs up too. Only weird hinges go for good money now.
Weird hinges. Okay.
Yeah, not normal hinges, but
Okay. I'll have to keep my
decorative
eye out
hinges.
for those. I don't know what a weird hinge is, but
Well, it's just not your normal hinge.
Yes, that
They're like
makes
long
sense.
and decorative, you know.
right. Well, I mean, it's definitely something to keep my eye out for. So
Yeah,
can
I
use
missed that. I missed that wave of sales because I used to going to steam shows, flea markets, and stuff. I used to get a lot of hinges, a lot of good hinges, big ones, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Do you still have any in your barn or your garage or anything?
no, I think I only have like. I think I'm. I don't think I have. Well, I have one or two, I think, left.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'll lot them up and throw them up there.
Yeah.
I watched Walking Dead again.
Oh, did you?
I watched the finale again,
Uh-huh.
and it was a lot better because I can't, for some reason, Brandon can't get the closed caption to work on my TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I can watch it through my cable company through my computer and get
Right.
my closed caption on there. And so it's a lot better.
Oh, okay.
And I was able to, like, some of the characters, I can't understand what they, like Eugene. I have a really hard time understanding Eugene,
Huh.
and so there was a lot of, huh?
He talks like a dork, anyways.
I know he does. Like, just his language is just, oh my god, he sounds like a encyclopedia.
And he
Yeah.
sounds like he's mumbling sometimes, you know.
Well, that's good. It's good that you were able to watch that
Yeah,
again. Kind of get.
it was better, and it was seemed darker on my TV anyways, and
Uh-huh.
and so it was lighter on my computer, and I could actually see what was going on, like in all the dark parts. You know, I could see different facial expressions and stuff like that, you know, and was able to see a little bit better what was going on.
Right. Well, good.
Well, thank you for being such a dedicated watcher, Thrifty Picker. Is that Lori?
Yeah, that's Lori.
Lori?
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet of you.
Watching show on YouTube on my Roku.
Oh, I had myself on mute. Look at Lugnut. He's like, Mom, let me in. Stop taking pictures of me. Come on.
That's
Now
funny.
you got to see my dirty window. Oh, now you're shaking the snow all over me. Shit. It's the dirty window from when Lugnut jumps on it.
That's what Fuzzy does, is he, like, it looks like he plows with his face. I swear, because he comes in and we'll call him Snowface, because he just has snow, like, caked into his fur on his face.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because, like, in the wintertime, you could look out the front porch and look into the backyard, and you see all these trails. Like, there's just a trail going from one tree all the way around it, then to the next tree all the way around it, all the way to the front fence, and then back. There's a trail back to the front porch fence, and then all the way back to the back porch.
Oh my gosh.
So hilarious. So it's like Fuzzy goes out there and plows a trail for the chihuahuas so they don't get lost, you know?
It's cute.
And if you catch them out there, they're going from one spot to the next, just following each other down the trail.
That's funny.
How dogs are.
Yeah. You still have snow on your face. Go lay down.
I got
Silly boy.
an offer this morning, $15 plus $6.65 shipping for a cashmere blend Banana Republic sweater.
Oh, cool.
Go lay down.
So,
Did you take it?
This is my
oh yeah,
cheese.
That's good.
Trying to get my mac and cheese.
I got it out of the dumpster, so it's
Nice.
free money.
How much did you get for it?
15 plus $6.65 shipping.
Nice. Well, I told you about it, Valerie, but I want to tell I want to tell everybody. Yesterday, how we were talking about Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't touched my Etsy, I don't think, in probably a couple months. Well, I ended up I thought for sure my stuff had already ended for the 4 months, but apparently it didn't. Like right after the show yesterday, 11ish, I sold something on Etsy for $25.
Wow.
Yeah, or $23, excuse me. Yeah, I was like, whoa, cool.
What'd you sell?
A needlepoint
Surprise.
kit on Etsy.
Oh,
That's cool.
awesome.
And it was $23. Well, when I was gonna list it on eBay about a month ago, and I looked it up and it was like everybody had it listed for like $5 and none of them sold. So, and I ended up getting $23 for it plus shipping.
Wow. Good job.
Yeah,
That's
don't be
nice
afraid
to
to use
hear.
that.
Yeah,
And when I was more active on Etsy, listing on Etsy regularly, I was making sales. You know, I mean, I wasn't making like huge sales like eBay, but I was still making sales, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I have. So, did Brandon ended up finding all of your items that you sold, Sally?
Except the one,
Okay.
the train.
Okay.
Yeah, he found that game out in the garage.
That's good.
I told him, I said, there's stuff out there that's listed. Needs to be brought back in the house because it's just going to be a constant, where's this, where's that? You know, it's not where it's supposed to be. If you keep everything that's listed in the house or put it in a specific area in the garage,
Right.
then it'll be easier to find. Like some of the bigger stuff I could see, like I have a couple of like little heaters and stuff like that that are listed.
Mm-hmm.
Humidifiers and stuff like that. I feel like, you know, we could put those in a specific spot in the garage and they'd be okay, you know, as long as they were up off the floor and stuff, you know.
Right.
And in a specific area. If not, it's gonna be a hard time every time you're trying to, you know, find something.
Right. Very true.
I wonder if people are really lagging or if I'm lagging or what. I don't know. Is it me or is the chat not going very fast?
Get it.
It was a bid.
I don't
Bid.
see it. I don't see anything in the chat since 8:40 a.m.
That's probably about right.
Okay.
The last thing I see is "Aw, cute doggy."
All right.
That's me too.
Okay. I just thought the chat was going awfully slow. It's not me
See
then
that?
for one.
No.
Yeah, I saw that.
You're doing fine.
Okay, that's good. I'm
I don't know why I
I'm
turned the
looking at
camera
this
on.
True Gather again because remember last time I couldn't get it to go.
Yeah. Did you get it to go?
Still looking to see. It says my eBay is configured. Okay, yeah, it's on there because it says current listings. 621, which would be about right because, but what happens whenever your stuff goes unlisted? Like,
I mean,
you
I
know what I
don't.
mean?
On True Gather?
Yeah.
I don't think it. I think it doesn't. If it's unlisted, then like on eBay, then it comes off of. It'll come off of the.
Because it says item is expired 37, which would be about right.
Right. So then whenever you relist them on eBay, then it'll come back on over on True
Okay.
Gather.
So
Yeah.
does it automatically like
Yeah.
keep them
I think it's like Bonanza. I think it does it like once every
Yeah.
24 hours or something.
keeps them
Right.
current?
Yeah, it syncs. So whenever you
Okay.
have new items or things that go off, then it'll just reboot it basically.
Okay.
Jennifer said, and she sells a lot. She's been selling a lot on Together, and she also said Together syncs perfectly from eBay, but not sure about them to eBay.
Mm.
I don't know. I know I've heard Deb talk about it, pinching pesos, but
Yeah, Cindy says Jennifer never heard of True Gather. We'll have to check that out. Yeah, I just started mine and I mean I haven't sold anything yet or anything, but I heard that it sells just about as much as
I think Jim and Tara said that
Bonanza
they
or
sell like
whatever.
one a month or something on there.
Yeah, hey Jim, we do like 1 to 4 a month, depending.
Yeah,
on
this month we probably did like 3 or 4.
On True Gather, and
it just True Gather less. I'd say Bonanza this month we probably did 3 or 4, and True Gather would be like about half that, about 2.
Yeah, but I mean it just syncs up like when a listing expires on eBay, they just repull that when.
Yeah, and you only pay. There's no membership that we have, so we just pay when it sells. We pay on success. If they don't sell nothing, I don't pay nothing.
Right.
Yeah, Jennifer says she sells more on there than Bonanza. It flips back and forth. It just depends.
Well, I think it depends on your inventory.
Yeah.
She may have inventory that's more attractive to the True Gather buyers.
Yeah.
Have you guys had any problems with when you sell one on True Gather, it deleting it from eBay right away?
No, True Gather does it automatically. The only thing is when you got it, be careful because you need to check your unsolds. Because if you do bulk relists, that one that the True Gather dumped is going to be in your unsold. So you need to get that out and delete it.
Right.
It'll take it out of active listings, but it's still lurking in your unsolds.
Sure.
And Bonanza doesn't do that at all, though. When you sell something on Bonanza, you got to hot foot it over to eBay and get that thing out of your eBay inventory.
Right.
Well, Bonanza does it automatically now.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
When you sell it.
Okay, well, that was a change because before they didn't, and you had to go in there automatically, or you had to go in there and manually do it. So that's good. That's the only downside, I think. I mean, I like the exposure. That's the only downside to those 2 other venues. If you're using your eBay inventory, is that you can double sell. It's happened a few times.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If you're selling something on auction and you started out at $10, is it gonna be listed on True Gather for $10?
I don't think it lists auction items, does it?
No, it's
Mm.
What's that?
Only buy it now, as it says. That's what
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't list
Okay.
he won't list the auction
it,
listing.
because there's no way to bid on those sites.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was under the impression of, that it doesn't do auctions.
Oh, I thought I had
yet.
more options than that.
Cindy, I've heard of people having that problem, but I've never had a problem with Bonanza.
Okay.
But for us, I mean, I guess if your thing was all auctions, which I don't think you got any sites that are doing it anymore, but I mean, like we have like 3,200 listings typically. Out of that 3,200, we'll have maybe 100. Usually, less than 100 of our listings are auction.
Mhm.
They're
Mhm.
the bulk. I mean, the way majority of our listings are by it now.
You
so.
said it. You said it. You said auction. I heard you say it.
I caught it
Sorry to hear that, Grandma Bad Classics.
Hmm.
Said nothing like waking up to a customer complaint.
Oh boy.
Oh, I had 3 returns yesterday,
Oh boy.
Yeah, I had a return today too.
Oh,
and then I had a person open a case.
Tis the season.
They want their money back because, well, the tracking shows it was delivered to my mailbox, but I didn't get it. So I'm calling eBay this morning. Oh, that one closed. We've held your PayPal funds. I mean, eBay should be able to see that when there's tracking, it shows it's delivered. eBay should reject that case on its face. I mean,
I agree.
I'm going to call them. I'm going to win, but why do I have to waste a half an hour of my day talking to an
Yeah.
eBay rep to get something settled that should be settled automatically? in my opinion?
oh, I know. Or sometimes you get the reps and they're like, "Well, we'll look the account and we'll put it in for review and we'll give you an email when we get a decision." This is cut and dry. No, I want the decision before I get off the phone.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Oh, I
stupid that
agree.
you even held my money. And so then sometimes they won't do it, and then I just call back and get another rep at PayPal, and then they do it.
I think that's so funny though, because like they can read, they can read what am I trying to say? Like if you talk to someone, they're not, whether they're not very good at customer service or they don't help you, and then you go and talk to someone else, it's like, why couldn't this person help you? Why are you calling back? Because, I mean, they should have been able to help you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They know the instant that you give somebody your phone number. You know what I mean? You instantly get a warning. Hey, you can't give phone numbers in messaging. But it takes, an hour and a half to set up like this. It's like, oh, okay, well, we'll look into it. It's funny the things that they can spot instantly, but then there's some stuff they drag their feet trying to figure out for you. Seems odd.
Jennifer says, if anyone sells wholesale items, multi-quantity, I really suggest eCrater.
Mm.
I had a
I
return.
hadn't heard of that one.
I had a return that wasn't
Yeah, I've
shipped
seen
in
newspaper
time,
before, but I've never sold on it.
and eBay closed the case for me. The person left negative feedback. eBay took it off. The person shipped and the item anyway and opened a case in PayPal. Oh my gosh. PayPal took the money. And I said, fine, good riddance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a chargeback where we never got our money back.
Really?
Yeah, on PayPal. Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't.
Why didn't you get your money back?
Because they don't have to return the item.
No, if you get a chargeback, don't ever allow that to happen. If you get a chargeback, you need to call eBay right away and get there's a reference number or something for the shipping, and they'll give you this number to give to PayPal, and you call PayPal and you give that to PayPal, and boom, instantly they'll take care of it.
Well,
Yeah, this was he
said it
wasn't
was
happy
rusty.
with the item.
He said it wasn't as described. Well, there's good photographs.
Oh, I thought you meant it was a chargeback from he didn't get it, and it was a
No, it's a
chargeback.
He said it was rusty.
It was an old record set.
So I'm like, fine, send it back. We'll give you your money back. Well, he doesn't send it back. Well, then what he does later is file a chargeback. Well, with a chargeback, if it's not as described, they get to keep the item and they don't have to they get their money back, and you don't get your item back.
Right.
And he didn't pay with a PayPal account. He paid with a credit card into
PayPal. Yeah. So he did company. And then PayPal's like, well, we can continue to fight this, but you're going to have to give us $40. I'm like, no, that's all right.
Wow.
It was a $60 erector set. I'm not giving you $40 to fight. A fight ain't going to win.
Well, they charged us 20 once.
20. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it wound up being 80 because it was 60 for the erector set. Plus, I had to pay an additional 80 or 20 to fight it. And then I lost it anyway. So it's like, no, I'm not. And then they said, well, we'll keep going for an additional 40. I'm like, no, I'm done. Thank you very much.
Jeez.
How long ago was that?
But that's the
This time last year. It was around Christmas last year.
Oh yeah, but
I've never paid PayPal to fight something for me.
They just take 20 out of it automatically.
Yeah,
the first time it's an automatic. They'll fight a chargeback for you, but they'll deduct $20 out of your account.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Nikki. They don't call you and ask you if you want to pay 20. They just take the 20 and tell you what they're doing.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I sent a message.
Then when you lose that appeal, then they give you the option where it would cost you more money to continue to fight the chargeback.
I tapped out.
Oh, I've never had that happen before.
That's
the only chargeback I've gotten like that.
I don't understand why they would charge money to fight a chargeback.
Because of their legal cost, I guess, to fight because what PayPal's doing is going to bat for you against a credit card company.
Right.
So they're paying someone to do that, so they're dunning you for it. Well, it works if they're trying to scare me out of fighting. Because when they said $40, I was like, okay, I'm done. It's good enough for me. Sorry. It's like when you get in an argument with a guy at a bar, and then when he stands up, you realize he's a foot and a half taller than you. Yeah, no, that was you're right. I am wrong.
That's bullshit, though. That's why we use PayPal for that protection.
Well.
Yes, and if he would have paid with a PayPal account, I would have had all that protection. The problem is he paid with, like, let's say American Express or whatever, complained to his card company, who then proceeded to do the chargeback. That's where the problem
That's
was.
the problem. Yeah, you got to.
Okay.
And I've had that happen before, and PayPal let him keep his money and let me keep my money.
Huh.
Well, did he pay with a PayPal?
No, I paid with a credit card.
Well, with PayPal, he would have had to at least return the erector set.
Yeah. Well, if it would have been PayPal, he would have had to return the erector set.
Because that was my beef. I said, I don't care if you don't want it, and I'll pay to have it shipped back, but I want that erector set back. And I couldn't get it.
Right.
But I know better now. If it's one of those credit card chargebacks, proceed with caution. Do not get too deep into it. Just you're going to lose it anyway. Deserves got nothing to do with it.
Come on.
Yeah, another return?
Yeah, it's freaking Michelob Eagle.
Oh, boy.
There's a season for returns.
Yeah, 'tis the season.
Yeah, usually it's a
He
J.
didn't open a return, though. He's fishing for a partial, I
What does he
think.
want?
Well, he's saying that he thinks that the motor got damaged in shipping, and that's why it doesn't work.
Huh.
I
It's
quit.
just a season for pain in the ass customers.
Yeah, no, he wants to return it. Well, if he returns it, I'm not putting it back up for sale. I'm just going to keep it.
Yeah, Anissa says she's got, she said, anyone have any suggestions on the best place to sell a cell phone? I'm so afraid of getting scammed. Hank Allen Cash says maybe local. I've sold them over the years on eBay and not had any problems. But if you're not comfortable with an online platform, I've sold them local too and had no issues either that way either.
Just tell him to open a return.
Yeah, maybe offer up or something like that. Or your Facebook groups. Even if you have like a Facebook group that is like a little bit farther, as far as mileage out, that might be good too. Hank says it's a good season for people to spend up to get things like phones for themselves as gifts.
True. Mm-hmm.
Even if it's used, a lot of people might not be able to afford brand new. Yep.
Yeah, I have to send my husband's phone into Samsung because it's they have to reprogram it or whatever. And he ended up getting a new phone, so I said, well, I'll just send it into Samsung, have it fixed because it's free, and then when I get it back, I'll just sell it because it's
Yeah,
it is the Samsung S7, so it's not that old.
right. Huh.
But I'm gonna throw it up on eBay because I have the model number and everything. If they send back the wrong phone or whatever.
Yeah.
I've never
sold.
sold modern cell phones on eBay.
I think I've sold
I just don't get a good deal on them.
like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I don't either. But this was Gary's phone, and I just figure I might get some of my money back from it, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
It has like a cracked screen and a cracked back, so you know I'm not going to get a ton of money for it. But
Morning, Jessica.
Good morning.
Jessica on the road.
Yeah, I'm going to get my fuel points
Ooh.
before they expire.
I don't know what that is.
Like, yeah, fuel rewards, you get it. Like, I got mine from T-Mobile. It's 25 cents off per gallon, but it expires like a couple days after you get it. So I'm going to go get that and fill up real quick.
Oh, nice. 25 cents off per gallon. That's nice.
Yeah. 7.
I got a headache, so I'm not going to read the chat anymore. So if anybody talks to me in the chat, I won't know it.
Okay.
He's not feeling good today.
Anissa says, I'm kind of mad though. The case I bought for the phone didn't protect the back like I thought it would. There are small scratches on the back from small specks of dirt. Another thing. Other than that, it's mint.
I was sick. My Galaxy. I've always used OtterBox since iPhones came out, and I've always been a firm believer in OtterBox. And I would buy an OtterBox right from AT&T as soon as I bought the phone. Yes, I overpaid for it, but I didn't care. And every time I take my phone out, I'd use it for 2 or 3 years. And every time I take my phone out of that OtterBox, it was pristine, just like I just bought it. Well, when you don't have an iPhone, OtterBox isn't as good. It doesn't cover the phone as good.
Right.
Well, my OtterBox ended up breaking, and it ended up smashing my back screen on the back panel on my phone. And I called OtterBox, which it used to be where they would replace your phone or fix it or whatever. They will not do that anymore. They'll only send you a new OtterBox. I said, well, now I need a new phone. So what does that do me? Sending me a new OtterBox. So you're going to send me an OtterBox for the new phone? No, but we could give you a discount on a new OtterBox. Like, screw
Oh my
you.
gosh.
I ain't never buying another freaking OtterBox ever. It done pissed me right off.
Yeah. Just
But now
because
that
of how big of a company it is, they end up giving you one for the new phone.
Yeah, because it used to be guaranteed that it would protect your phone no
Yeah.
matter what. That's why I always bought them. I thought it's worth it, you know.
It was working when I listened.
But
The fat girl struggle is real. I just drove past Taco Bell. That's my favorite.
Ooh, we ate lunch at Taco Bell yesterday.
I love it. And I'm like, no, you can't do it. Drink your green tea and be happy.
We had delicious Taco Bell for lunch yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you know,
yeah? You don't say?
What'd you say?
She's trying to talk to me
Anyway.
about.
No.
hey, Golden Corral's a really good place to have lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Good, Jim.
They have a chocolate.
Yeah, I got chocolate.
It's like this fountain of chocolate.
Jim, don't
You know what's better than Taco Bell?
Oh.
Is Del Taco.
Never heard of it.
Oh, so good.
Never heard of it. We don't
Older
live
than Taco Bell, I think.
we don't live in the big city, so we don't have that.
Yeah. I don't have one here, but they used to be in California.
We don't have a Taco Bell here. We got to drive like 30 miles to our nearest Taco Bell. Our town doesn't have squat.
Well, we have McDonald's.
Yeah, we just
and
got
a Dairy Queen.
We got a Quick Trip and a Walgreens, so that really put us on the map.
I heard how much you like Quick Trip, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't get me started about freaking Walgreens.
He also hates Walgreens. He won't go into Walgreens.
No?
No, he hates it.
No,
What's wrong with Walgreens, Joe?
like old people. There, I said it.
My grandma used to go to Walgreens.
My grandma was an old person.
You know what's weird is that, okay, we had our prescriptions
Oh, I
going through
still have
Walgreens for years.
The X-Wings are
Like-
out the door.
Like 3 years we were here, and we always picked up our prescriptions at Walgreens, right? We always put them in and picked them up and everything. They had a drive-through, so it was really cool. And it's only like maybe a mile and a half up the road. So, you know, better than going to Walmart, having to walk in and everything. So we went one day and to drop the prescriptions off, and the pharmacist goes, we haven't accepted this type of insurance in over 2 years.
Huh.
And we're like, what do you mean? We've been getting our prescriptions filled here for 3 years. And they said, yeah, we haven't accepted this type of insurance for 2 years. Like, well, that's weird. Or did you just not get paid? You know, because we haven't gotten a bill, you know, or anything saying that we owe this amount. And this is the type of insurance that we've had for the last 2 years. So I don't understand that, you know. They're like, I don't know. We haven't had that in 2 years. I've been here for like 7 years, and we haven't had that type of insurance for 2 years.
Huh.
I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
years ago, they pissed my dad off because they said that they weren't taking any state insurance anymore. And then all of a sudden, not too long after that, they said that they were accepting it. So it was just weird. And my dad, now he goes to Walmart for his prescription.
I hear
He
how
went to
Walgreens
Walgreens.
pissed me off.
He went to Walgreens like my whole life. I mean, Walgreens came here when I was a little kid, and he'd been going there ever since for his prescriptions.
I'll tell you
yeah,
my pissed off story. So I had a horse get this. It's called Ehrlichium. It's a tick-borne disease. People can get it too, and you get an antibiotic for it. And the vet was out of the antibiotic. So he said, well, here, I'll give you a script. Just fill it at Walgreens. So I take it into Walgreens, which if I bought it through the vet, it usually cost me, you have to get like 500 tablets. It usually would cost me like around $70 or whatever. So they're like, well, we can't fill the whole order. We can only fill half. We can order the other half. And they give me my bill for $250 for half the order. So that means it would cost me $500 for the whole order, which I can buy it through a vet for about $80. I said, well, I took the half order. I said, don't worry about ordering the second half. I'll get it somewhere else. And then I went to the vet and I said, just give me a script and I'll order it, because he couldn't believe how much they charged for it. So that was my last Walgreens experience.
Uh-oh, sounds like another Google account.
F you, Walgreens.
That's horrible. What is that stuff called? It's the same stuff you had to take.
Oh, amoxicillin.
No. It's a little
Oh,
different.
doxycycline.
Doxycycline.
Oh, I'm
that-
allergic to amoxicillin. Oh my god, it makes my lips swell.
It's a doxycycline. They use it for this tick-borne disease.
Oh, I love the doxy. I like to take doxy. That's a good antibiotic. It knocks your bugs right out.
Are you getting out of here now? I'm not eating nothing. Now go.
Pump. Then I get gas for free. It'll be spewing out of the pump.
Oh.
You know what makes me sick? Oxycodone.
Oh my god.
I had a back spasm. My first wife, she gave me some of her Oxycontin. I mean, I spent the next hour and a half in the bathroom. I'm like, don't ever give me that again. That was the worst. I don't know how the hell anybody gets addicted to that crap. I can't one.
Up your stomach so bad.
I get sick from all that. I can't take any pain pills like that. I get sick from it all.
Yeah, I really go through the pain.
Had a tech there trying to give me someone else's prescription, then got mad at me like I jumped behind the counter trying to steal shit. Bitch, please. Anissa says I can't take codeine. I burped my head off.
Yeah. I've never taken. Oh yeah, codeine. Yeah, Jim gets really sick from OxyContin.
Oh my gosh!
She said last I checked, I don't look like my name is Richard. Just saying.
Well, you don't look like a Hank either, to be fair.
No.
Well, we went to a thrift store yesterday. We had to pick up a boat motor. So we go to this thrift store afterwards on the way home, and
they're having a bag sale.
Well, there's a sign taped to the counter that says Christmas also included in the Christmas items included in the bag sale. So we're like, cool, you know.
All right.
We just got in there. This lady's this woman. I mean, she's kind of mousy. She goes to check out, and the lady right away, or the checkout lady starts to check her out, and this other woman is just coming into work. She's like, what? Christmas isn't included in the bag sale? She can't do that. You know, she got to separate that out and pay for it separate. And the woman's like, well, okay, how much? You know, and she's all nervous. So I'm about 10, 15 feet away. I come over and go, hey, you got a sign that says Christmas is included. Where's the sign?
Like her lying.
Like she's mad at me. I'm like right there on the counter. Then she looks at it. She grabs it. Oh, well, that's not right. We can't do that. But still angry with me like it's my fault.
Like we brought the sign in.
Yeah, their next thing is, whose handwriting is this? Whose handwriting is this? How the hell would I know, lady? It's your store. I mean,
she was a real.
So they let the woman have. We didn't get to buy any Christmas stuff, but at least they let that lady check out and they gave her the Christmas stuff in the bags because of the sign. I mean, they were making her feel like she did something wrong. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? You got this girl hook up. I'm like, you leave her alone.
Yeah, she was getting the bag lady award of the day.
Yeah, I didn't like that lady attitude.
Oh.
So anyway. Now we bought a couple bags of clothes, and
I wasn't gonna buy anything, and then I got sucked.
Their Christmas stuff was really picked over anyway.
Yeah, there was no good Christmas stuff there.
So.
And this says, "You get on, Mr. Jiggles."
Yeah. I don't like it when somebody else screws up and then they start pretending it's your fault. You know?
Yeah.
Hank says, "Jim writing up signs giving away Christmas."
Yeah. Where's the sign? Right here, you dumb bag.
Yeah, I could like picking up a kid in the playground. You could tell this woman is like really shook up.
I think she was mousy, and I don't think she had a lot of cash on her. Not that I should judge people, but I'm just saying, I think she was worried that she didn't have enough cash on her to buy the bag and then buy the Christmas ornaments separate, which was sort of bullshit when you put up a sign that says it.
Yeah, it looked like a job for Mr. Jiggles, exactly. Mr. Jiggles needs to help this damsel in distress.
I don't know, that lady kind of looked like a St. Bernard. She might have killed your ass.
Oh, the one that was yelling or whatever? Yeah. Oh, my God. She could be watching right now.
I doubt it. She deserves it. She was mean to that girl.
She's like, oh, no, it's those two. Oh, yeah, when we check out, I got to double check the thing because a lot of times she'll overcharge us, too. I got to keep her Yeah, because you'll like overcharge us by like $10. It's like, hey, wait a minute, you better check your numbers there.
They'll have it like yesterday. He buys this pair of like barn boots, those rubber barn boots, and she's like, "Oh, those are very expensive." Now it says the sign says shoes are $2 a piece. Those are very expensive. Well, I guess we'll charge you $2 because Jim's like ready to say, "No, you could keep them."
Yeah, she just said.
What does she just price things as you bring it up to the cash register?
Yeah, they have signs up. Like, let's say, well, now they have bag sale every day. I heard they don't. They used to only do it at the end of the month. Now it's just perpetual bag sale.
Yeah, because our back room is just stacked to the ceiling.
But otherwise, there's like a sign. Like if you buy a shirt, it's $2, or if you buy a coat, it's $3, or if you buy shoes, it's $2. Well, then they get up there and then they think, oh, something's getting through too cheap, so they try to change the price at the register.
Yeah, it depends on who you're checking.
But then you'll have this other guy. He'll give you a whole bunch of stuff and not even charge you for it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think he might be. Well, he's very flamboyant, let's put it that way. But anyway, so this guy, he's got this big jewel earring or whatever, and he's like, oh, I just price things differently. I do math differently.
So Jim's like thinking he's going to overcharge her because Jim's just like ready for a fight.
Yeah, because that's usually what I run into at this place. Yeah, he goes $20. I mean, we had like, oh, geez, at least $50 worth of stuff. I'm like, oh, I like this guy. So anyway,
You need to get his schedule.
he's the guy who did it, but I suspect his handwriting was the one on the sign, but I wasn't going to give him up to that crab ass. He wasn't gonna give
Oh yeah, the whole time we're in the store, you can hear her bitching about this Christmas stuff in the bag sale. She was like, that's just ridiculous because we could just haul it back downstairs and sell it next year. I'm thinking, well, how long do you want to store this crap?
And this is like a half hour later. I'm like, lady, go on with the rest of your life, okay? You can just talk worked up about this stupid.
Oh man,
it's not like she's the owner of the place.
No, it's a church thrift store. You're volunteering. She's also complaining that they didn't have a good enough chicken dinner either.
Oh yeah,
so this is just somebody.
Oh my God.
The church didn't throw him a good enough dinner because the chicken was tough and the hors d'oeuvres were bad.
Yeah.
What the hell with the hors d'oeuvres? I can't remember.
They were like meatballs that were very good.
Yeah, they were.
And something else, and the chicken was dry.
So it's like, oh my God, why don't you just go volunteer somewhere else?
She would have rather just sat in church than to eat the free meal. I mean, oh, Jesus Christ, it's a free meal. Anyway.
Wow.
If you get it for free, you can't complain. That's just the way it goes.
Yep.
If you pay for it, all right, you could complain. But if it's for free, just lump it.
Unless I get the trots, then I'm going to complain.
Oh man, look who's at the White House.
What is it? Oh my gosh, that spice and what's her name?
Diamond and Silk.
Oh my God, Diamond and Silk are at the White House.
Oh, Todd's here.
Todd.
What's up?
It's Todd.
Did you have fun making fun of me last night?
Todd, you know we like you, but
You should have heard what they all said after you left. No.
Tara, move your computer so you can't see the Todd dartboard.
I even thank Gwen for borrowing me her husband.
Oh, there you go.
She said anytime.
No, you did a good job, Todd. There, I gave you a compliment.
I gotta say Nikki. That was your. I mean, not that the other shows weren't good, but that one might have been your best show ever.
That was pretty good. It was fun. You had a pretty good chat going. They were all goofing around and having a good time.
Really coming into your element.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't mind doing stupid stuff and being goofy about it. It's just fun to me.
It suits you, Todd.
And I liked how you brought in some silver too, so
Oh, heck yeah.
I thought that was cool. I was hoping you would have.
Yeah, I've got a lot. I could talk about the silver a lot, but whatever.
It's good. It was a good show.
That would be a lot of shows, not just one. So.
Well, it's nice because it gives people something different, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you're going to see stuff like that at estate sales once in a while, and you don't need to just leave it sitting there if it's $5.
Yeah. Which usually I do. I usually don't even look at that stuff because I have no clue. which most stuff, you know, I'm a firm believer in doing your research and looking up stuff that you've never done before or trying something different. But yeah, that's one thing I've never, well, I did try one time and it actually worked out, but I got some pins out of and that actually worked out. But usually just stay away from that kind of stuff. Just because I don't know enough about it, and it goes pretty high at our auctions, you know.
Yep.
And not knowing enough about it, I hate to fork out that money, you know.
Yeah. You got any auctions coming up you're going to?
Me?
Yep.
No. Well, I mean, we have our regular auction. We have one tonight. There's one tomorrow night. But I'm kind of trying to...
You kind of stayed away from the auctions lately, haven't you?
I'm trying to a little bit, yeah, for right now.
You got a pretty good stock of stuff. You probably don't need to.
I do.
To shop a whole lot.
I am getting kind of lonely from the auctions though, so
Yeah.
Time to get back into it.
Yeah.
This time, after you get the stuff, sell it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well, the problem is that
That's an idea.
Sorry.
The problem is-
kinda rude, but
I never
no,
thought
really,
of
the
that.
problem is that I get so much stuff at one time.
yeah.
You know, I can't keep up with it. I'm a one-woman show, you know.
I'm going to 2 auction previews today in Waco.
Oh boy. Well, don't let the Branch Davidian get you.
Oh, God.
Mhm.
They killed out that rat's nest about 15 years ago.
Janet Reno's dead and buried.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, did I ever tell you guys when we went down to Texas to buy Gary's truck? And we drove back to Waco and we stayed in Waco that night at the motel. And the guy was just a chitty chat, you know, and he was talking, he was from Minnesota. And he was telling us when he moved down there, and it was like, oh, he moved down there during the David Koresh time. And we're like, oh boy, this guy's a nut, you know. Well, then, this was at I think it was 11 or 12. I think it was midnight. We checked in. And we're getting all settled into bed and everything, and, you know. And all of a sudden, you know what married couples do when they go to motels.
Okay.
Anyways, all of a sudden, well, it helps the story. Anyways, he goes, all of a sudden we hear ring, 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 the phone's ringing. We're like, what the hell? Well, here he's calling to ask how we like the room. My husband's like, it's fine. Good night.
You probably have him and a buddy watching in the peephole, and he's like, okay, now watch this. I'm going to call him. I'm going to call and interrupt them. And they're laughing.
Well, if I'm in the middle of a romantic encounter, I'm not going to answer the freaking phone.
Well, we were worried because I mean, why would somebody be calling us that time of the morning, you know, after midnight, you know? So we we're kind of worried that, oh my God, maybe it was one of the kids or something. And I do have an elderly father, you know? So, I mean, it was kind of like, oh my God, why is somebody calling, you know?
Did you ask what the heck was wrong?
So,
that's
it's
creepy.
not something, we don't, no matter what we're doing, we don't, with elderly parents, we don't,
Sounds like something
ring.
for the big hotel. Yeah, but if something was wrong with your parent, wouldn't they call your cell phone before they call the motel telephone?
I don't know.
Well, she's in the middle of whatever. I mean, she is thinking.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sitting there
that's
thinking
what I'm
about
saying.
it.
She's not thinking about that.
We hadn't started yet, but I mean, we're, you know. We were getting there.
Were you into it?
I don't know what
We were getting there.
I can only speak from a guy's perspective, but I got to kind of concentrate on what I'm doing. I can't be thinking of a million other things while or else it doesn't work.
Are you sure?
Oh my God, my husband would be totally mortified if he heard us right now.
Are you sure you took that trip?
At work with a bunch of his guys. They're all like, "Oh yeah." Talk about that.
He was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I let you guys watch this show." Oh no. Horrible idea.
That's
What were you
awesome.
saying?
We got to keep this going. It's only got 3 thumbs down.
Oh.
That's okay.
What was Todd saying?
I was just saying, Nikki, are you sure you took that trip down here to Texas just to get a truck?
Yep.
Oh my god, I thought this was like 20 years. Oh no, that was it had to be a long time ago. It was Waco time.
Hey, go look at your.
Oh, just that
No.
guy was there during Waco. Okay.
Yeah, that guy moved down there during Waco. We just went down and bought the truck this summer.
All right.
Look at
Yeah.
your.
Well, I'm glad to hear Gary's still got some fire in the chimney.
Oh yeah.
24 years of marriage. 24 years of marriage, still no complaints.
There you go.
It was funny when I went to New York and got my palm read, and she told me that I better have more sex or I was going to lose my husband. I was like, I can't think of how I can have more sex, but okay.
Oh boy.
You know?
Better work it
That's
in
what I
there.
told the lady. That's what I told the lady, and she's like, well, it says that you need to have more sex or he's going to find somebody else. I was like, well,
My God, that's a horrible thing to tell somebody.
No, you don't say that. Make something up, but don't say
Oh.
that.
I'm saying. Oh.
well, aren't I the conversation killer today?
Uh,
Yeah. I got PTSD after that conversation now.
I just got an email from my brother-in-law in Florida that my mom had a psychic or had a UFO.
You know they're probably
experience.
listening to this. You know that. He got busted. During the listing challenge, you told that story about the cat food tuna that his sister accidentally made into tuna salad. He gets the call that night. Oh, yeah, thanks for telling him all about the cat food tuna. Like watching these listings challenges. Do they sell on eBay? No. They don't sell at all. Don't watch those videos. They're funny. We like Nikki and everything. So they're just watching them just to watch them. Prepare
Yeah.
God.
Oh my God, Red, you're in our prayers.
I know
My
my
mom
dad.
said the
My
house-
dad is always like, my dad's always like, oh, where are you on YouTube? Can I go watch anything on? No, Dad, I'm not on there. You know, I keep telling him, no, I'm not on there. You know, and then my husband will sit there and, oh yeah, well, what about that show you were just on? You know, or blah blah blah. You know, aren't you on there every morning? I'm like, shut the hell up.
They watch our haul videos, and we've mentioned like Valerie's show and the haul videos. So they're like, so then they keyed them up. So then they subscribed. I subscribed. Anyway,
That's funny.
Oh no! What if they're the thumbs down?
oh no, how can this show have 3 thumbs down? Oh, it must have been when Nikki started talking about her sex.
Hey, sex sells. Sex sells.
Yeah, sex sells.
They show up, they hit the
Well, I
thumb.
figured it was an important part of the story.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
But you could understand our how annoying this guy was.
I would be more like, hey, let's not do it tonight because now I'm worried he's like looking through a crack in the wall or something.
But I mean, we had
Cindy
already been
said
in
she
the
was a
room.
hooker / palm reader and thought she knew your husband.
Oh boy.
We had already been in our room for for probably 20-30 minutes already, and that's when he called. That's what I'm saying. That late at night, and he waited 20-30 minutes to call us to see how we liked the room.
Wow, you guys get your groove on fast because I got to settle in more than 20 minutes before I start banging.
We're like, let's get to it.
You know, I got to like wash my hands and unpack some of my stuff or whatever, maybe turn the TV on.
Yeah.
You guys are way quicker than me.
You gotta warm up your oven before you jam in the turkey. Oh boy, here comes the next
I'm
thing.
always ready.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
God.
Here we go.
Now I, know
Into
why
the gutter.
now I know why you wear shorts all the time. Easy on, easy off.
And all I hear is that 70s groove music in my head, you know, that boom, boom,
Anissa says, got to preheat the oven.
Nikki, when you went on this trip, did you bring those LED candles?
I'm thinking about that dog she had that's always pulling down her shorts. It's like so scary.
Okay, now you're getting weird.
Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, how about that auction? Yeah.
That was a good show last night. They're called the Texas show.
Oh, whatever. Let's talk about the name change.
Nisa Bates says, get it, Nikki. Well, I've been happily married for 24 years. I'm pretty proud of it. Thank you.
There you go.
Most people can't say that they do that 24 years
Nope.
into marriage. Most people are like, get off me.
Oh boy.
Okay.
That's
Well, I must
Wow.
say, when you have a hysterectomy and there's no chance of getting pregnant, that is a more of a turn on than anything.
Oh
Just
boy.
saying.
I'm good.
well, sure. I mean,
You don't have no fear.
right.
Jim never has fear of getting anybody pregnant.
Oh, no.
No. I always said with my luck, I'd be one of those 50-year-olds that got pregnant by oops, And so when they offered me the hysterectomy, I was like, where do I sign up?
I like to leave my genetic fingerprint.
Good job. Good job.
You're welcome.
You guys are hilarious.
Oh boy. That's a real comedy show.
Thrifty Picker says, "What the hell did I just walk back into?
Yeah.
I changed all the way around from the washer to the dryer and came back into the room, and here you all talking about boom chicka wow wow."
I was on a show last night with Nikki. I feel satisfied now.
Earmuffs, kids, earmuffs. Ah.
Like I tell my kids, you're adults. Grow up.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
Well, I didn't get any love on a couple of my items last night.
Oh yeah.
You what?
Oh,
We
that's
didn't bring any junk.
huh?
You didn't bring any junk. You were supposed to bring some stuff that was like, yeah, get rid of it. Except for the princess phone. That was, I guess, junk.
Yeah. That's the same one we were talking about when you got the call about the
Oh really? Oh, the free golf cart?
the free golf cart. You're like,
Yeah.
all right, go, bam, bam, slash. It's free. We gotta go. Sorry, Todd.
Brandon, put your clothes on.
That was my son. I know he's complaining. Put your clothes on. Oh, why?
Oh man, I don't want to go.
Oh boy. This one went and picked up that free golf cart. Todd was telling us about that Princess phone way back then in June. Why the hell didn't you get rid of that thing then, Todd?
I don't know. It's just been sitting on the death pile, and I keep getting new stuff on top of it and whatever.
They're worth like maybe don't buy them. They're worth like maybe $25, $30 free shipping. They don't go for very much.
Yeah.
They're a pain in the ass.
Well, hardly. The fact that you can't test it tells you something. Because I mean, it's that nobody has a landline anymore.
Right.
They use
I
it
do.
for good
Send
money,
it to
though.
me.
Okay, there
I
you
have
go.
a landline.
I can see Sally dressed like Zsa Zsa Gabor with her princess phone and some kind of chiffon robe and like those little flip-floppy heels with the fur across the toes. Bonbons thinking of fun stuff to do with her hair.
Well, those are, that's the thing, though. I mean, we see things that we've sold for good money before, and we're out in the wild, and then all of a sudden it's like, geez, is this good or not? And you don't want to look everything up, and that's one of them things that you see out there, and you're like, oh, I used to get good money for these. I wonder if we still do.
And for a while, they were those old rotary phones were doing something, but that market's like really crashed. Unless it's something really super unique, but I would say like 80% of the rotary phones out there are not worth messing with.
Yeah.
And then we're always saying, well, if it's only $1 or whatever, why question it? Just buy it. It's worth,
Yeah.
We're always saying that. Even you and Jim are saying that, so.
No, we never say that.
What's that?
If it's $1, just buy it.
You do. You've said it before. Why question if it's only $1?
I buy deer nuts.
People are like, well, I don't know if I should have bought it or not. And you're like, well, it was only $1. Why question it?
You could just throw it away. You're right on that.
Nikki, I'll always buy deer nuts because they're always under $1.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That is the latest.
Oh my gosh. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Anyway.
Grandma Magic Classic says she doesn't even have phone jacks in the house.
I don't
Wow.
either anymore. Well, maybe there's an old one in here yet.
I wouldn't know where one it was. I mean, we'd have to
There
look
used to be
around.
one over there.
Well, you saw how long it took me to get my damn internet going.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have Gary ripped out the phone line when it was in his way of doing some plumbing downstairs. He had to run a whole new phone line in the house.
Just got me thinking, what are the other nuts under? What are peanuts under? What are Brazil nuts under? What are hazelnuts under?
Well, if you go to South America, don't be looking under some Brazil guy for his nuts, or you might.
What are you doing? I'm looking for Brazil nuts.
Oh no.
Why'd Todd end up in a South American jail? No one knows.
Oh my God, my daughter one time, those one nuts that are called something N-word toes.
Yes.
Well, my father-in-law used to call them that.
Uh-huh.
And when my kids were little, they heard him say that. And well, my daughter it was snack day, so she brought a bag of mixed nuts with her for snack.
Oh no.
Well, and she asked one of her friends if she wanted one of those end toast, and I was like, oh, when the teacher called me, I was like, oh no. I never called him that, but that's what he used to call them. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not really toes, they're nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
My dad would have done the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that generation, that wasn't nothing to say that,
Right, right. Hopefully he's a little bit more educated.
Yeah.
and wouldn't do that, but
Yeah.
you just never know.
Yeah, so I had to tell my father-in-law, no more calling him that, please.
Yes. Not politically correct.
Yeah. And of course, he thought it was hilarious.
Oh, sure.
So what's everybody doing today?
I got a list.
Todd's got all kinds of stuff, places he's got to go. Yep.
Yeah.
Previews.
I was thinking I might go to that auction tonight. That I changed my store from Wednesday to Tuesday so I could start going to this auction. Well, I haven't been there yet, so I thought maybe I might go there today.
Oh boy.
That'd be good. Be good for you to get back into it.
Yeah, we'll see how I feel. I'm not feeling that great right now, so we'll see. But usually a good auction usually gets me feeling better. So
Yeah. And Tara, you guys are gonna list?
I got a list. I wasn't home yesterday, but and then I had to help Jim on Monday, so I got to list some stuff. I'm gonna list them. I want to make some more money. I got some Christmas stuff I got to put up today for buy it now. I mean, it's like the end of the season. I'll probably be lucky if I knock it off.
Right.
I sold a $150 item yesterday, Tara.
Oh boy, I heard it was a massager. I was listening to I think I listened to the show on replay, or did you say that during the hangout thing, the listing hangout?
I don't remember. Yeah, it was a listing hangout.
I think it was a listing hangout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had probably had it on before I came on.
Yeah, so I gotta ship that.
We had a $100 return on a beer light during the show.
Yeah.
So there.
We had a $100 return right during this show. That, Nikki.
Well, bully for you.
Yeah, go. Haha.
Yeah, I didn't get a whole lot done yesterday during the listing hangout, so I gotta kick it in the butt. I did some last night before I went to bed, but I gotta kick it in the butt today. Get some stuff done.
Yeah, he won an online auction, which we had to pick up yesterday. So then we goofed off by eating at Taco Bell, going to the thrift store, doing stuff like that. So we didn't really.
Yeah.
He stayed up all night to package up all the packaging, pretty much, so it wouldn't be late.
Only till 5:30.
Oh,
he slept till 7:30.
Oh, 5:30. It makes you tired thinking about it.
Yeah.
I almost did it again last night for this handful of stuff I got, but I'm like, no, screw it. I'm going to bed.
Oh boy.
Nikki, I think your dogs and my dogs got together and cohorted or something because my dogs did not sleep well last night.
Oh,
like Ringo was jumping all over the bed. I don't know what got into him last night. None of them slept good.
Oh,
I woke up and I had Elvis and he was like right here. I don't know what the problem was, but and I woke up and I had about, I've got this big, huge king-size blanket, and I woke up and I had like this much to myself.
Oh boy.
And everything else the dogs were laying. I was like, are you kidding me?
My dogs will do that. They'll get underneath it and then they'll roll in the blanket. And it's like, I have this much blanket and you guys are like cuddled in it.
No, I'll help you pull this stuff before I start listing.
My Jack Russell, he often uncovers me and my husband with the blanket. Just to make her bed. Take the blanket away from us. Lugnut's snoring on the couch. He didn't even hear me say Lugnut. Nope, not even flinching. I say his name, he's sleeping so sound. He's not even flinching. But
You
you know what?
wait during the day.
He didn't bug me all night, but sure enough, 2 o'clock this morning, I was wide awake.
Oh my gosh.
I was wide awake until 5 o'clock, and then I dozed back off. And I didn't go to bed till like midnight.
It's supposed to be a really nice day today, so I'm going to get some listing done, and then I'm going to go outside and work in the garage, I think. Get some of that done. So I got lots to do. Lots and lots to do.
We have wind, and it's a real itty-bitty snow. The flakes are tiny and hard, and it like blows right in your face. It literally like bites you. It's really nasty snow we got right now. It's right in your face.
Same here.
That sucks.
Yeah, it looked like
that wind
when I was driving my kid to school.
Yep.
Because I have my boxes out in that big van. So I got to go outside to go get, measure what I need, figure out what I need for size for a box, go out there with tape to go find a box that'll fit it. And you just, when I'm walking out there, I'm holding the box over my face on the way back to stop this snow.
Oh my gosh.
Stop complaining.
I can't wait till spring. Crap.
God, you're such a wimp.
I'm wimp too when it comes to that shit.
You learn to toughen up, Jim.
Toughen up, Buttercup.
When it's zero and I'm having you help me unload that boat or that boat motor, I'll put the camera on a tripod. I'll film us.
Why do I have to
pulling
help?
that boat motor out? Because I want everybody to see how good you
I'm
work
a
in the ice
female.
cold.
I shouldn't have to lift heavy
lifting
stuff.
V6.
No, I don't want my uterus to fall out lifting heavy stuff.
I would really love to do a video of that because I have no idea. This thing's like the size of a Volkswagen. It's inside her van.
Oh my god, it's like a car engine. It's huge.
We don't know how the hell we're going to get it out.
I will say the van's got good traction with that thing in the middle of it.
They loaded it with a forklift, but I ain't got no forklift. I don't know how the hell I'm going to get it out of there. We got tractor with a bucket.
Pulled it really slowly.
What?
What if you pulled it really slowly with the other car?
Oh, well, it's got like stuff it's got like handles and stuff on the sides of it.
Oh.
I don't want to rip the, controls and stuff off it.
Yeah. What if you pulled it really slowly, the heavy part down, and I suppose you don't want to knock that stuff off.
What I think I'm going to do is we have from, I think we still have some like bedspreads and stuff that we got from storage locker auctions. That I'm thinking if I put like a couple sheets of thick plywood down with some sleeping bags or padding, and I'm going to get the padding underneath it, and then just use that to slide it down the ramp. Because once I got it on the ground, then I can just pick it up with a tractor bucket. I can put a chain on the top of it and pick it up.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're going to do, just so when it slides, it doesn't break anything off on the way out.
Oops.
Hard things we can get about $1,200 for it. I hope she's right. I paid more than I wanted to. I wound up paying like $135 for it. It was at $17, and all of a sudden it shot up, and I bid it up. And I wasn't sure if I did the right thing or not, but she thinks we did all right.
That's all that counts.
Yep. No, I hope you're right.
She's a woman. She's always right.
It's good. I hope that's true in this case. He's like, oh my god, I just dumped $135 in this motor. Well, the good thing was though, when I got there, it was actually the son of the guy whose estate.
Well,
that they
you get the
off.
Controls with it. The controls are $150.
Yeah, the controls.
I mean, even if you parted it out, the lower unit on it is probably $400. The controls are $150 plus like the solenoids and whatever comes off. But I would just sell it whole, and I think you're going to get like $1,000 for it.
Nice.
Well, the guy who helped us, the guy with the forklift, was the owner's son. The owner must have passed away, so he knew about the motor, and he says there's nothing wrong with it. He goes, it'll run. He says the only problem was its oil injection's not working, so you need to run it on mixed gas. So that's just the way I'm going to sell it. I'm not even going to fix it. I'm just going to show it running on mixed gas and sell it that way. I mean, it's still for a 200 horsepower motor. They're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I can tell you, I like dealing with 10 horsepower motors because they're a lot easier to move around.
is that noise? That's Sally's chipmunk.
The chipmunk's dead.
Well, it's a gerbil that runs
Chipmunk's dead.
the internet.
Yeah, so what's making the clickety-clicky sound?
I don't know.
It's always done that.
I don't know.
Yeah, this guy wants you to text him at it. That's see, he's smart. He's doing like spelling it out and
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Is it the exact same message? Again? Yeah, that's the exact same message you sent last time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to reply.
So I'm in like season 6 of Shameless.
Oh, I love Shameless. It makes me stressed out though when I binge watch it because they're always getting in trouble, and then I start feeling like all stressed.
Yeah. God, those people are funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, they are.
And then I sit here and think, man, there has been a lot of freaking money that has passed through their hands. Why in the hell are they so damn poor?
Exactly.
The Irish don't know how to hold on to money.
Yeah.
And it's pretty sure you like to apologize with everyone with all Irish Americans.
My last theory, I'm married to an Irish person.
They drink it all the way, right?
I say that just to drive him nuts.
That doesn't give you. I'm Irish, and it's still not okay for me to make bad remarks about Irish people.
That wasn't bad. It was
Irish aren't as good with money as Italians are, right?
Oh,
Well, I better get cracking.
Okay.
All right.
Go
Have fun.
get some deals.
Get some good deals. Come back and show us.
Yeah. Well, the auction ends tomorrow on both of them, so I won't be able to pick up till probably. Anyway, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
I like him.
Oh, I should have said, see you, princess. Oh, man, I blew it.
I'm right back.
Okay, can you have me that Christmas? Oh, I got it.
I gotta go feed the fish.
Oh, yeah, that'll fit.
All right. Let's see. I'm all caught up. So I have to go sourcing after I get housework done. Hope it warms up a bit before I have to walk to the post office. It's supposed to be, here it's already 52 degrees, so.
Oh my God.
Oh, God. Valerie.
What?
It's like winter. Well, the snow's sort of settled down, but it's like, I don't know, single digits, and we got like probably about 5 inches of snow, and it's all winter around.
I'm like excited because I have never been here and it be this warm during the winter.
Last
This
night
is
it was
like-
-5 with the wind chill.
I'm just like, hallelujah, because it is beautiful. I don't know.
It was
Sorry.
cold
Wow.
here.
Yeah, I get happy for
I
you.
feel good.
Yeah, we're real happy for you.
I know. I keep rubbing it in.
It's 11 degrees here right now.
Yeah.
Got that knife and I'm twisting it.
There you go.
The other Jason says, I know what you mean, Jim. I was on the beach the other day and the wind was whipping the sand up pretty bad. That doesn't sound very bad.
Yeah, nice.
Unless he's like on the Jersey Shore.
On the beach,
In New
wind
Jersey.
was blowing. Sounds pretty darn good to me.
Did it blow a snooky on you?
Oh. Yeah, I gotta get some listing done. I was looking at this It's an estate sale, and it's in Tonganoxie, which is, I don't know, maybe they said it's about an hour away. But they got some really good stuff. They've got some. You got a large camel sign. It says camel on the top of it, and then down below it says Harley Davidson. And I know stuff like that'll be like big sellers, you know. But but then like they've got different prices. I think Saturdays 50% off, and then Sundays like 75% off. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it.
Well, might as well check it out.
Driving over there and maybe go tomorrow even, and just see what I can find. See what I can afford. Get out of the house, maybe.
I was just thinking maybe they got some princess phones.
Oh, God.
But I'm thinking, how the hell could Todd still have that phone, still be looking at that phone from when we got that free golf cart?
That's what happens when you just put stuff away.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not coming to your town, Mama J. She said, if you come to my town for a estate sale, I'm going to come to yours for a bag day.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
No. It's not even near you.
I can hear the toes getting stepped.
It's not.
How
Let me
far
look.
is it from you? Is she like an hour or more?
Yeah.
Oh, here she comes.
Here she comes. Hide. What are you saying?
Valerie,
Yes.
Valerie,
Yes.
come to my town for an estate sale, which is literally, that's 5 minutes from my house.
It's not your
And
town.
I'm going to your
Oh, boy.
It's from my house. All right, game on.
Oh, shit.
Fight.
Oh, God.
You need to go now.
Yeah, you make me want to even go worse now.
Just make sure you guys film it.
Mom, do it.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh.
Just make sure you both film it.
Yeah. You're not buying my princess phone.
It's okay, Jessica. I probably won't even go.
No, if you come down, let me know that you're in town at least. I'm not going to go,
Okay.
so you can go. I don't give a shit. I'm just giving you shit.
I know.
Take it all. I don't care. I don't need no more shit right now.
Go to the sale.
Hey,
The sale. Go to Mama J's and make her buy you lunch.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, double whammy. Just hit me with the double fist.
Yeah, because aren't you bidding on that zebra hide too there, Valerie? Weren't you bidding on that zebra hide, Valerie?
Yeah.
No, don't start with that. Don't touch my zebra hide.
Yeah, they told me they'd ship it to me if I bid on it. I contacted the owner.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Don't bring the zebra into it, okay? That's where my heart is. Don't bring the zebra into it. You can have the cells, just take the zebra.
Don't take the zebra.
Yeah, exactly. Forget the girl. Just don't take the zebra.
I was going to say, it sounds like a Tim McGraw song.
That's funny.
But yeah, no, if you're gonna drive an hour out here anyway, and you end up going, let me know, and then we can at least go to like some of the local thrift stores together or something.
Yeah.
Go to Taco Bell together.
Don't you say that. I got a salad and it was spinach, and I hate spinach, and it was so good. Yum.
No, you need like a real nice burrito or Yeah, one of those like cheesy gordita crunches or something.
Oh, you know where my heart is? The quesadillas. They get me every time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
they're
hate cheese.
Don't think of it.
Quesadillas and zebras, and that's my life.
I like the chicken. The chicken and the steak. They're both good. The quesadillas. Oh my god. Yeah, they melt in your mouth.
I'm gonna not. I'll ship you one with the zebra pelt. Make sure it gets all over it.
Oh my god.
So I went and got dinner. I went and got breakfast, and I went and got my gas and car up, and it's a 20-gallon car, and it was $34 or something.
Nice.
Yeah, not bad. I'm gonna check on that zebra right now. You guys are monsters. Can I just have
159 and US 59. Kansas 16.
The thing about those quesadillas, though, they're so thin. You got to get 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've never had 2 quesadillas. Could you imagine the goodness in my mouth? 1 steak and 1 chicken.
There you
Oh
go.
my god.
At the same time.
I stack it on top. Yeah, stack them on top of each other. Just take a bite.
It'd be like a 3-way in your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Just you, the chicken,
Come on.
You guys are monsters.
Jim's rubbing the quesadilla like on his chest and stuff.
I do not want it. I'm not gonna lie. No thanks.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Might be your thing, Sarah, but
But you
no
guys are
thanks.
making me hungry.
I'm making myself hungry. I want to try to Ryland.
Thinking of Jim rubbing the quesadilla on his chest is making you hungry?
No, not at all.
Don't eat a quesadilla with a bunch of chest hair in it. No, thank you.
Airball.
I get mad if he doesn't rinse the bar of soap off good enough. I ain't eating no quesadilla rubbed on his chest.
Well, it's just funny that what the hell's your name? God. Sally didn't say anything until Tara said something about him rubbing it on his chest, and she's like, "You guys are making me hungry."
Oh my gosh.
My zebra is up to.
There goes another thumbs down.
There you go. Oh no. Nobody
all right.
Yeah, for
Bring
nobody wants quesadillas on Jim's chest. Nobody.
now, shall we?
You guys are ridiculous. You guys sure do know how to party.
Yeah, imagine if we were actually together in the same room.
Oh my gosh. That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
We'd have to do it at one of our houses though, because no bar or restaurant would let us stay.
That would be so fun. Like, so fun. Oh, man.
What is going on here?
Wait, what day is the estate sale on? Is it on the weekend?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I believe.
Damn, too bad it's not Monday, because Monday we have a 50-cent day on at a thrift store. But yeah, I guess estate sales are never really on Monday, so.
Yeah.
This dog's gonna eat the pizza. I swear to God, if the dog eats the pizza off the counter, I'm gonna kill it.
Did you say pizza?
Yeah, I bought a pizza to make them for dinner because it was on sale at Walmart when I went to get my salad, and it's one of those extra large pizzas,
Yeah.
and they had it juiced for $6. So I was like, well, I'll just get these for them for dinner, and I got myself some just hot wings.
I bought one of those at Quick Trip because I had a coupon for it, and I had to stop at the other grocery store, and my lab was with me, and he ate the whole frickin' pizza. I thought I had,
Oh, what an ass!
and he's sitting there looking like, I'm like, why does a dog look so guilty looking? You know, like you're walking up their car and they look really just guilty. I'm like, no, the pizza. He ate the whole frickin' pizza.
Oh my gosh.
I had to beat him in the parking lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Dog's trying to see him.
Whoa. All right, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the day.
Yeah, before we get any more thumbs down. Holy shit.
I know. Everybody have a great day. I do plan on having another listing party this afternoon, probably around 3-ish. So we will see you all later. Hopefully everybody have a great day, and we'll see you then.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.